Yes.
Woo.
Woo.
Perfect. Okay. So I don't know how much time we're gonna have, so I'm just gonna go into things. Taryn and I just made some slides, and this is one
Oh, oh,
of the ones that I got a bunch of stuff from Cherie and Ashley to help me and to kind of just learn and grow and everything like that. So I have to recreate my own everything for all the stuff that they gave me instead of using theirs, which is okay. It's just been a lot of work. So this one's just about knowing your ideal customer or client, which has been really, really good. Because I think that was a big thing also with me with ads. I was trying to get everyone and then sometimes you don't get anyone or you're getting the wrong people depending on your message too. So Taryn and I've shared some of it with her too. And she's kind of helping me go through stuff and we're trying to get going on it. But we'll just make sure we get through this. If for some reason we cut out because we do time out, I don't know what I got going on. We can always hop back in if we're not done or something too, but we're gonna try and get through this. Um, and let's just go. I got someone trying to come in. I want to go to all my, oh, hang on. Let's not do that. He's coming in. Molly's coming in. I'm gonna get the right screen up on this side here first. Right there. Perfect. How is everybody? Good though, while I'm doing this?
good.
Yeah, so
Good,
far so
good.
good.
Perfect.
Whoops.
Good, good,
Hanging in
good.
there.
Hi,
Hey everyone.
Molly. Hello.
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 And I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's gone again.
I want that good. Can you guys actually see my computer, my screen
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have you
Yeah.
guys in a corner and you're
Oh,
still giant for me. So I'm going to make us smaller over here so I can actually see. And then I'm going to hit this button. And that should bring it big for us and move
Oh,
us
yeah.
again here to not
mhm.
have us
There we
in
go.
my
Yeah.
space here. So, yeah, it's just about getting to know your ideal client, which I don't know about you guys, but sometimes that's a real struggle for me is trying to figure out who I'm talking to, what I'm talking to, what I want to say, all those kinds of things, right? Because I want to say
Yeah.
everything, but I feel like I end up saying the wrong things or too much or not enough or something, right? So,
Mhm.
the shorter version of all this, which once I get things fixed with Zoom so that I can go longer and stuff, I'm going to pre-record a really good one that I can share with everyone too. But basically, that's what we're going to just kind of talk about today. So it is, I got to keep moving us, understanding yours, ours, mine, pain points, and our whys, right? And then we're going to target ourselves, which is what we need to be doing. And I've heard that a million times from Anne. I've heard that a million times from different things that I've been a part of. So we have to learn and go into a deep dive of who our ideal customer is, which is what we're going to do, create an avatar of that person and speak to them daily in our content. And that's a big thing too, right? I've been going and watching a lot of people's pages. I've been working on my pages because I'm trying to kind of vamp it a little bit. And I'm trying to speak more daily now on the content for my ideal client instead of just either random or too many people, too broad, whatever, right? So we want that avatar to see our posts and say, whoa, wait a minute, right? What did she say? What did he say? We want to hook them. We want to give them goosebumps and we want to have them want more from us. So don't be anyone but yourself, or you won't have content land with your ideal customer. And that's true because I will just say I know that because, like I said, I've been going too broad on everything. Um, when you start or wherever you are, success stories aren't always going to be there either. So that's a tricky thing for us too. Um, just remember that we've got the dream team, right? We've got our coaches, we've got our maybe an upline, we've got accountability partners, we've got whatever, but everything comes to us. We have to believe that's one of the biggest things, and that's probably the hardest thing for Me over time too, because I've been here for so freaking long, I feel like sometimes that it's hard to believe in things, right? When you don't have it going as quickly as you want, or when you get there and then it slows down, or when somebody falls off in your team or whatever. You get excitements, you get lows, you get ups, you get downs and stuff like that. But we have to believe that this is what our solution is, because it is like 100% it is, right? So believe the success you see in others is going to be you too. Believe that you're going to achieve what other dream team members, what other your accountability partners, whoever happens to be that you are inspired by, are already achieving and borrowing their beliefs. That's a big thing that I've heard a lot of the leaders say in different Zooms that I've been able to watch and replays, is they're borrowing beliefs. And Rowan says to her team and to teams that she goes on and does stuff, she says, borrow my beliefs. If you don't believe it yet, borrow my beliefs, because this is what is going to change your life. And Sharina, she say, borrow my beliefs, right? If you don't believe in it, and if you're struggling, borrow their beliefs, because if you borrow their beliefs, you're going to get there too. If you don't, if there's doubt in your mind, if there's questioning, if there's confusion about whether the system works or not, that will come across in your content as well, right? So if you are mindset struggling, which not everybody always is in the most positive mindset, but if your mindset's struggling, think before you post, because it's going to come out in your post, right? And people will feel that. And then they're not going to be the inspired and, whoa, wait, what did she just say? I need more of this kind of stuff, right? We have to believe that this is achievable. I have to for myself as well. Everything that we create comes from a place of, I believe this is going to work for me. And this is what we've got, right? This is a gold mine, what we've got. Like, I can't believe some of the stuff that Mike and Darren have coming for all of us to tap into when they give us sneak peeks as coaches. It's incredible, right? They do a lot for us. So have the belief that you are tapped into the most successful blueprint out there, because we are, and it's going to bring us success. If they can do it, I can do it too. And that's what I keep telling myself every single day. If I look at whoever and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it too, right? So content creating. Taryn, you can always jump into if you ever think of anything that I miss when we're saying. So I know I'm limited on time for my stinking Zoom thing, but I am here to help. And that's the place that we all need to come from, right? People don't care, if we like, yes, you show them your daily lifestyle, but you have to show them that you're here to help them, because they don't care about, I don't know, a lot of things, right? If they're down and they're struggling financially, if they're down and they're struggling because they have to go to work, that's what they care about right there and right there. And they want a solution to that problem. So I get you, I see you, I understand you, and I was you. And that's your target, right? So they need to know that you resonate with them so they could resonate with you. And your perfect customer does need you. So if I hadn't connected with Taryn's post, like literally, yes, Taryn and I are related, but she didn't have an ad going. She wasn't advertising. She did posting on her pages. She did organic. She did family. She did whoever, because she shared what she knew, right? So if she hadn't posted her stuff on her Facebook page, because she didn't call me and tell me what she was doing, I wouldn't have seen that she was doing something. And then I wouldn't have probably reached out to her. So her story was actually part of what things that I was going through, right? So that's what caught me, family or not. That's what caught me, because I had seen other ads and I had seen other people and I didn't resonate with them. So I didn't ask them what they were doing. So that's huge, right? That's content creating, and that's huge for us. Your ideal client is out there waiting for your message. So from all of us, it doesn't matter who's watching or who's posting, your client is waiting for you to hear your story so they can resonate with you. If you don't share your biggest, darkest, most extreme pain points, they aren't going to hear it and they're not going to connect with you as well. Ask yourself, have I been talking to the right people in this business? I have not always, obviously, because I've had a lot of refunds, right? I've had a lot of leads that have done nothing. So I haven't got my ideal client right homed in on. Is the message you're putting out on your business connecting with the people who are ideal for you? Are you targeting yourself? Am I targeting myself? Or are we targeting someone that we think needs this business? That's what I've been
Which is
doing
your
for so
avatar,
long.
by the way.
Yeah.
Right. Your
Yeah,
avatar that you
absolutely.
build will be very similar to the lifestyle and the person that you are.
Yeah, it's
that in
that
mind.
is you. Your avatar is what you're building. Absolutely. You're right, Taryn. Don't target people that you think want this. Target yourself because that's your avatar.
Yeah.
Deliver passion. Oh, I got something in front of me. Delivery, passion, vibe. Bring to your page and your content, right? So believe your why for starting and share it so authentically and so vulnerably and so often because that is what is going to get you going. Consistency is the key to this. You can't, you can't do this, post something here this day and then nothing for 2 days and then post something completely different in 4 more days and be like, oh, but if you want to quit your job because of this, and then 2 days later you're like, oh, I was really broken, couldn't pay my bills. And then 2 days later you're like, oh, I want to travel. You have to be consistent, you have to be authentic, and you have to be vulnerable so that people actually can see it come together and they know that you're being real and you're not just throwing stuff out there. Believe wholeheartedly that this is their solution because it is. It's our solution and it's their solution. There's so many things out there. This is what is going to get them there. Learn it, study it, and believe in what you are sharing. And that's where the masterminds, Team Zooms masterminds, daily drop-ins, all of that stuff. That's where this is going to help you is to believe it, to study it, and to learn it. Because if you aren't plugged in all the time, then you're kind of half-assing it and you're not going to believe it, right? That's
Yeah, and you want people to know that from the beginning.
absolutely
So
right.
that they know what to do, right? You have to be consistent. You have to work on things. You have to show
Absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're gonna follow your example. Absolutely. So we really need to get that deep feeling. We have to go to that next deep level, right? Talk about it in your ads, your posts, your reels, your stories, every single piece of content to get at people's feelings and the never again moment, right? Never again am I going to have to go to the food bank for groceries. Never again am I going to have to check my bank account before I go to the grocery store. Never again am I going to whatever, right? That's what you have to get to. What is your never again moment? Why did you start? So that's something you all need to think about. And that's something you'll have to go deep level to figure out. And I have some stuff that we'll go through to help you kind of get there too. There's something you said, never do I want to feel this way again. For me, it was just struggles of having to look at my bank account literally before I would go to the store and get stuff for my kids. I always needed to make sure that I had, I'm just going to admit, Geo, sorry guys. I always had to make sure that I had enough money in there, and I would always leave my kids at home with a babysitter or somebody so that I could go to the grocery store and not have to worry about, them wanting more stuff because I didn't have the money for the extra things. I remember not having Easter baskets one year and having to get my partner to buy Easter baskets for them because I didn't have any money. And it breaks your heart, right? I refinanced my home a few times just to stay afloat over the years after my divorce, all those things. So those are the things that I'm starting to target. Those are the people that I'm starting to target. Yes, I was broke. And somebody actually said to me, they said, I feel like I'm always getting broke people and why are you targeting broke people? Well, you know what? I was broke as broke could be. And I came into this business with a trifecta and I did very well doing that. And I found a way because I knew I needed the change. And those are the people that I want to, or the people that I know need the change, right? That are going to be plugged in. So be vulnerable and share what part of your situation made you vulnerable, crave it, and desire more. Pain points, those are tough for a lot of people, right? It's been tough for me over the years. I didn't want to go into my deep pain points and I didn't want to go next level deep because sometimes it's hard for us, right? But that's what's going to get us to where we need to be, right? And I went through a lot of the testimonials that you guys shared with us and I read them. I recreated them a little bit from my page with my template and stuff that I've got. And you guys got some pretty deep whys, and I feel like you just barely touched on them, right? So go deep into your testimonials and go deep into your whys because that's what's going to get you the people that are going to resonate and be like, whoa, wait, what did he or she say? I want to hear more from them. I want to get to know that person. I want to know how they're doing what they're doing. So it has to come from a place of feeling and emotion because emotions are what sells stories, right? Provide examples for your audience. For example, I'm divorced, went from relying on a marriage and a great income because we had tons of money when I was married to broke and figuring it out on my own really fast with 4 kids. And that's a hardcore fact. And I think a lot of people are going through that. I had to stop putting kids in extracurriculars. I had to stop eating out. I started thrift shopping, which I hadn't done a whole lot of before, and humbling myself, asking and relying on the kindness of others for help, right? So these are the things that we need to share, or I need to share, sorry, with my audience more of, so they can see that and they can be like, yeah, I gotcha. I hear you, right? So never did I want to have to rely on other people again to provide the basics for my families. I had to break that cycle and make sure that that cycle didn't duplicate, right? Okay, so this is, you guys can write this down. I will drop this in the group and stuff too, but this is the statement that, or I guess there's two of them, depending on how you want to do it, where you're going to start to get deeper, right? So I wanted blank so I could do blank. Work on that sentence with your story. Or I wanted blank so I never again had to blank. And if I actually was paying any attention to my notes, I have examples because I didn't want to be like forgetting anything. Okay, so and then you're also going to write this out 10, 20, 30 experiences. It doesn't matter to me that you have said that you are like, I never want to do that again. Okay, so write it down and get deep with all of this stuff. So, dun dun dun, it's right in here. So anyways, it's going to be like I wanted more income so that I could not have to look at my bank account, right? You're going to start with, it's going to be hard to figure them out right away. I have all mine written down. There was a whole bunch of that I was just going to give you guys that weren't mine, but I haven't been watching my notes. Anyways, I can give you some answers or some examples after too, but that's something that you really need to get through, because if you can use these statements, you can start to create an avatar just by having these. These are the people you're going to talk to. You can use them in your stories. You can use them in your postings. I wanted more time instead of clocking in at work all the time or whatever, right? However you want to word it, so that I could attend my kids' dance classes, so that I could be with my grandkids. I wanted, honestly, a lot of people, until they dig deep, because I used to say, I just want money. I wanted more income because my day-to-day job wasn't getting me ahead. And I didn't want to have to struggle financially, worrying about where my bills are going to come from, worrying if I was going to be able to put a new roof on my house, which I've had to do. The vehicle breaks down, all these things. There's so many things. There's so many reasons why you wanted this system or something that you were going to get from this system so you could do or didn't have to do again something else. And that's what you got to find. Okay. Stop scrolling and stand out from all other content out there. So that's what we want to do. You got to get people to stop scrolling. So we will have a lot more information coming to us with posting and how to get the stop scrolling, the hooks. The hook is super important, okay? In order to do this, you have to be authentic to you. This is all content, your whole business on all platforms. So I don't post a lot on LinkedIn. I have LinkedIn every once in a while. I do. It's not my thing. I'm not a real businessy type person for that style, but I have my business page. I have my Instagram and I have my threads are all connected together. And I'm working hard on those three of them right now. And then I'll branch out to more of them once I get through those. But to all platforms that you are on, make sure you are consistent and your content has the same stuff. Anything you put out there, you have to have a hook, not just in your ads, but you have to have a hook for your posts, for your reels, for everything. So, example, do you want to work until the day you die? That's that's going to stop people from scrolling. Are you prepared to look back 20 years? And if you weren't the one that raised your kids, and you weren't the one that raised your kids, right? So a lot of moms. Are you going to work for the next 20, 30 years? And guess what? Your kids were raised by teachers and daycares and the next door neighbor. I don't know, right? That's a tough
Everybody
one
but
for,
you, right?
yeah, that's a tough one for a lot of people. Do you feel suffocated by your debt? That's a huge one right now in the economy, right? So these are just some, and you can take these and you can drop them into Chat GPT which I've done, and I've said, hey, knowing everything you know about me, these are some of the hook examples that I've got. And I listed a whole bunch and I said, help me make them relatable to my why, to my story, so that the people reading my posts will stop scrolling. And I got some awesome stuff that I'm working with now. So are you willing to stay in a job that you don't love for the rest of your life? Or are you willing to stay in a job that's making somebody else wealthy for the rest of your life? Because I love my job, but you know what? It ain't making me rich. It's making somebody else rich. I like my job, absolutely, but I don't want to be there for the rest of my life. You're going to flip all those things, right? So you're going to, do you want to travel the world and have so many experiences also? Because maybe you've got enough money right now, you're comfortable, but you can't travel because you're just getting by. That's a lot of people. Took my first family vacation when my kids in 2015. I don't remember how old they were. I think my boys were 14 and 15 or something, and got to take all my kids. And a lot of people don't even get to do that. We all went to Mexico. I don't know if I ever would have been able to do it if I hadn't had help with that one, but with this system, we can help people do that. Do you want to travel the world with your family and let your kids experience different cultures? Look at some of the people like Rowan, Shireen Ashley, Shannon Valente, Tori, all these people that have little kids that take them to these conventions and stay there for 2 weeks, right? Like this is huge. That's what this system can do. Hook, share your story, and then a call to action we're going to do. So putting content out there, come from a place of it is already working. Okay, so it's already working for me. You're here. Attraction marketing works because we're all here, right? It's going to work. That's the energy you need to bring. It's going to work because I see what it's already done for so and so. It's going to work because I can see that I'm getting leads. It's going to work because I can see that so and so just got a buyer, right? So it's going to work because you can leverage DT, right? You can't take the post out of there. We don't need to fake our success. Go to Dream Team, get inspired, and create and be like, this has been life changing. You guys just see Michelle Arceo just was like 6A11-5 or something like that, or -7.
So that
-7?
means her downline is working, right? There's lots
Yeah.
of people succeeding under her.
Yeah. And like you can go in and you're not going to use ranks and stuff, but you can be like life changing. And a woman from the dream or not dream team from our community or however you want to say it has like just exploded in her business. And you can say little things, or you can even pick a smaller person who somebody just got their first payday from starting with our system and they received $1,140 for their first payday, right? Like that's pretty huge. And the system does it on their behalf. We don't do any selling. There's so many ways that you can say things. Relay the experiences that you've had or that your coach or, an accountability partner or just somebody in the dream team that's inspired you that you relate to has had within your niche, right? Your massive pain point needs to get out there. I'm working on that one and it's been good. I've dug pretty deep. So get out of your head and get into your heart. And that's the biggest advice I can give you. And I hear that from a lot of leaders too. Get out of your head and get into your heart because that's how you're going to succeed.
It's the hardest thing to do, but the most important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When someone comes to your page, which is your storefront, and are watching your ad or your reel or your story, what do you want them to remember you for? I felt alone, stuck, and passionless. Well, I got a lot of spelling errors, sorry guys, in my life and career. So I wanted people to feel loved for what they are doing and seen and like they belong. I don't want people to feel alone. I want them to feel seen. So as I move forward, team members are coming in and going to be seen. I felt alone before I started this too, because I just was like literally going day to day, struggling, and you're feeding your kids, you're raising your kids, you're doing stuff, but I was alone. I didn't have the community support. I didn't have new friendships. I didn't have a lot of things. So, these are things that you can touch on, right? So what do you want them to remember you for? So you see them, they're going to remember you also. I see you. Are you alone? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel passionless? I feel you, and you need to say that to them. So I want to find women who want to be financially independent, right? They may or may not be right now to a degree, but they don't want to have to rely on a partner. Because I have a few times, they don't want to have to rely on a partner. They don't want to have to rely on just a job. They want to be financially independent. And I want them to see my posts and to leave my page thinking, oh my God, I can create financial stability for myself. That's my goal. I want to help moms, parents get rid of guilt that they have and earn a healthy income online so they can be present for their kids without the guilt, right? When we're working, which I worked a lot, you're not there for your kids. I remember my kids calling me and being like, can I have this or can you pick up this or whatever, right? Because I was always gone, missing everything really when I had to work. So I don't want other moms and parents or grandparents to have to deal with that kind of stuff. So what do you want to be known for? That's what you need to think of. You have to share your story and invite them to join this opportunity. So stories are huge because you can put a link in stories. You can put all kinds of stuff in stories. They are huge. And I will be doing an Instagram thing one day because stories are huge for Instagram because you can save them to your highlights, which is even huger. And that is your major storefront. But on Meta, on your business page also, you have to share your story all the time. And I'm getting better because I always forget about stories. I make my posts and I schedule them, but I always forget about my stories. So I'm getting way better with them. And I'll put 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 a day out. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? Stories, they're gone in a day, but you need to get everything out there. So I'm starting to do all the testimonials. I got about 30 testimonials. I'm just starting to throw them out there. I got, I think, 50 frequently asked questions or something silly like that. So I'm starting to throw them even in my stories just to get them out there so that they get shown, right? If you feel like you're repeating yourself, then you're doing a good job. You're doing what you're supposed to because we're supposed to be, this is repetitive. This is got to be continuous, right? Talk about Tuesday, Thursday webinars, about your lead group. If you've got one, you got this great group that you can come in once you register and watch the free webinar, blah, 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 where you're going to see more stuff. Talk about the 149, not all the time, but you can talk about it because then it's not a shock to people either. Nobody, as soon as they watch the webinar, they're like, you didn't tell me I had to pay 149. Everybody that watches the webinar, that's my lead, knows they're going to have to pay 149 if they choose to go forward. And that's just the way that I'm doing it because I feel like it's just being more transparent with all the crap that's out there. Talk about business. Yeah. Yeah. Talk about business benefits, what they get over and over and over. Repeat yourself until you feel like you're not, or until you feel like you're doing it too often, and then keep doing it. This is your storefront, and you are sharing over and over because there's always going to be new people that see it, especially as Meta starts to favor you. It should send you notifications, I would assume, because I get notifications and they're like, congratulations, we've started to reward you for your content. And then they show it to more people. So if you can't advertise a whole bunch, I'm just starting a new likes campaign because I've been going through all this. So I'm starting at the very, very beginning and retargeting, but I'm doing a new likes campaign. So I have to make sure that my content on my page is going to be spot on because my likes campaign, I'm going to bring people to my page and I'm going to target intentionally with the people that I bring to my page too. And that's going to be like $1.50 a day. So I just want it for 2 weeks. I'm going to do that and just start resetting my algorithms, right? But I need to make sure that my content is good because I want them to come and see all that. So this quote is kind of cool. Business isn't about saying new things to old people. It's about saying old things to new people. The more it's repeated, the more it's going to land. So start repeating yourself and feeling good about it. Be a broken record. How to choose which one to target and how to bring the story together. Ask questions. Once you see a shift in answers, there will be emotion and energy behind it, right? So ask yourself questions, right? So if I say, Taryn, why did you start the business? And she gives me an answer. And then I'm like, okay, so if you started it because I'm just trying to think of something.
Wanted more.
Yeah, if you just see she says she wanted it for more money, I'm like, that's great, but why did you need it? Why did you need more money, right? Well, because I wanted to give more to my kids. Well, what do you mean you wanted to give more to your kids, right? Like, what couldn't you give them before, right? You're just going to keep asking questions and questions, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, you know what? you can kind of swallow in your throat and you're going to be like, oh, that just hit me. My answer that time, it just hit me, right? And you're going to be like, that's where you're at. That's where you want to be. And that's the story you want to share. So you can share how you got to where you are, but you need to share that deep emotion. That's going to be your why. That's going to be your avatar. That's the person that you want to target, right? The mom that didn't want to go check her bank account just before she gets to the checkout and be like, oh crap, I only got $20 and I've got $24 worth of stuff, right? You don't want to be that person anymore. That's the mom that you want to target or whatever, right? So just remember that kind of stuff. Maybe you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom because your kids needed you, so you decided you're going to homeschool, or maybe they've got a special need or something, and you didn't want to have other people raising them. I know a lady that's in the business, and that's what she targets because that's who she has for her kids, and she's doing amazing because she's real and honest, and she's just got some amazing people coming on her team. If this is who you are, that's who you need to target, right? Really get it narrowed in. If you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. I've said that before, and that's super true. Once you create your brand, you create success. When you have had success, you create reputation, and then you can branch out and go broader and branch out more. So you have to be homed in so that you can get the right people, so that it can be a duplicatable system, so that duplicatable system can bring in more success because people are going to see you more, and then you're going to feel better too, and it's just going to be a snowball effect. That's the way that this goes. That's the way that I see it for so many other people too. So in the beginning, be laser focused on the one ideal comer. I don't know if that was the right word that I was putting.
An ideal customer.
I think I totally spelled that wrong too. And one massive pain point. I'm like one person, one comer.
I'm not sure if you see it, but you've got 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
I don't see that, so thank you. So
Okay.
if it does cut off, we can come back in, but thank you. I don't even know
Just
how many
let me know.
slides we've got left because I'm on full screen. Remember that you need to create urgency in your content. Start with your hook and provide value with the very first thing they see, or you write to create that curiosity. Go deep and don't just go surface level. You need to connect and go through emotions of your life's experiences so they relate to you. The first 4-5 seconds at the very most, you need to have them hooked. Just remember that. So whether it's words, whether it's a video, whatever it is, it needs to be immediate. They need to see something that's got their eye or their ears, and that has to be a hook right away, or they're just going to scroll on by. There's too much out there. So like I can show you how to have time freedom, like thumbs up or thumbs down if you think that's a good one. I mean, yeah, sure, I can show you how to have time freedom, but I think we can get better. Are you a mom who would love to create more time in your day so you can pick up and drop off your kids, make memories and traveling? Make memories traveling and not stress about finances, that's way better, right? That's a thumbs up. The other one, it was kind of like borderline, but this one is like, you're going to get someone. Are you a mom who would love to create more time? Da, 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 and then go into the wife or grandma or, a husband or whatever it happens to be, right? Do you want to get out of debt? Yeah, you're going to get someone's attention, but I see so many things that say, do you want to get out of debt? Imagine if you could plug into a proven blueprint so you could earn extra income, so you never had to check your bank account before going to the grocery store. How would that make you feel? That's going to get someone to stop. That's going to
Definitely.
get someone to message you. So, do you want to create financial independence for yourself so you don't have to constantly be looking at your bank account for what you can and can't afford? That's a good one, in my opinion. Might be a little impartial. Are you dreading your job, feeling burnt out and looking for a meaningful change? That's pretty good too. And you can just change the wording a bit. Maybe you don't dread your job, you just dread going in and clocking in because you know you're missing something that day. Or you're like, you know what? I just want to stay in bed, whatever it happens to be, but you're burnt out and you're looking for a meaningful change, right? So I can show you how to have time freedom. I can show you how to get out of debt. I can show you how to stop stressing about your husband, partner being the only one earning for your household, which is a shame. You're ashamed, guilty for not contributing. These are all different things that people feel. Real life people, I think, feel, right? Oh, that's a good spelling too. I can really show you, because I spelt it like that, how you never need to rely on anyone else for financial stability again. You want to show them where they are now and where they want to go. Show the solution for their problems and show them that the solution is this business. Have extreme pain points, problems, like not having to rely on anyone, not contributing financially, feeling guilty, not knowing what you want to be when you grow up, right? You're lost and you're stuck. So this I have, I think, actually a PDF that has this on it too that I can send you in the group. Know your avatar. What's your extreme pain point, right? So you're going to put in that sheet, you're going to put what's your extreme pain point and write it till you feel it. How does it make you feel? Be vulnerable. Go so deep that you're vulnerable. You're the only one going to see this until you start to use it. So go be vulnerable. If you had this business 5 years ago, some of us have been here for 5 years. So if you had whatever, anyways, I ask people, if you had this business 5 years ago and you were making 6 figures a year, how would this have changed your life? So even if you started 5 years ago and you're not there yet, just say to yourself, if I'd have started making 6 figures a year 5 years ago, how would this have changed my life? And write your answers down. You're going to be amazed at how it's going to make you feel and the thoughts you're going to have and what you're going to be able to write on paper. So write 1 to 5 hooks on a piece of paper in your notes on your computer that speak directly to your ideal customer. If you're a single mom, your hooks will be different than someone who's a retired grandparent. Gio's not going to be a single mom, so he's not going to put that stuff in there. His might be because he left his family back home to come here for a better life, right? But he can go deep on that and he can write his hooks according to that. We all have a different why for why we're here. How much time do I have? Oh, it says 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I found it. This is really tiny. So I may end up having to come back in, which is fine because then we can have a real quick chat after too. So
Just
sit
use
down.
the same link?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Sit down
Okay.
with yourself and find your extreme pain point. Share that story over and over. Go below surface level because that's going to be your hook. Okay, that's what's going to be your hook, and that's what's going to get your ideal business partner. Paint a picture of this by providing examples and spending time there. Show them the solution. This is why I love this blueprint. You can make 1 to 7K in a month just on one sale, 2 to 14K with 2 sales. And you can go up and up and up, right? So you're just, 3 sales, you're just gonna, whatever. 5 to 7K myself in 1 sale. Start bringing those, once you get stacked, right? Start bringing those numbers to your page. What would you do, right? What would you do for that? What would that mean to you? If you could make 5 to 7K yourself in 1 sale on your behalf, what would that do for you? That's life-changing. Less than a minute. We'll finish the slide and then we'll go back in. What would that allow you to achieve? Get a feeling for it. Be vulnerable. What about your own situation made you crave, desire, and need more? This is where they will see themselves in you and start to know, like, and trust you. So if Taryn hadn't told her story, I wouldn't be here. Cindy wouldn't
Me
be here.
neither.
This will relate, people will relate to you and they are going to wait to hear your story. They're waiting right
Yeah.
now for your story. The world is waiting. Okay, let's go out of here. I'm
Okay.
gonna, and I'll leave it on this slide and I'm gonna just stop so that I can save this recording somehow.